The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. This is Indiana High School basketball here on 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, and Ubalor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota. It's time to settle in, as tip-off is moments away.
Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School basketball here on 18 WJTS. I'm Carey Schneider, along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos. And tonight, the Wildcats home once again, as they will take on the Castle Knights here in a Southern Indiana Athletic Conference matchup. The Wildcats coming into tonight's contest at 11-7, 5-2 in the SIAC, while Castle 5-13. I'll get that out straight. 5 wins, 13 losses, and 2-4 in conference play. The Knights beat Gibson Southern on Tuesday night, 54-45. But and Jason, we know they play a solid schedule. I know you and Craig talked about it the other night. But I've seen some inconsistency lately this month after beating Boise. They lost to Memorial before rebounding on Tuesday night against Gibson Southern. Meanwhile, the Wildcats on Tuesday night themselves snapped a 3-game losing streak, defeating the modern-day Wildcats 66-54 here at JHS.
Yeah, we did. We touched on that Castle does play a pretty tough schedule. But I think you hit it on the head when you said they're inconsistent. They've lost to some teams they shouldn't have lost to. It's hard to prepare for teams like that because you don't know what you're going to get. You have to prepare for that they're going to come out and they're going to play like they beat Boise and like they beat Gibson Southern, because those are two good teams they beat. So that's what you got to prepare for, and you have to throw the record out the window. You cannot look at their record and think that, we just show up and we're going to get the W tonight.
Although the Wildcats are basically a game behind in the conference standings right now with North, who actually lost their first game earlier this week, I believe, to Boise. They and Boise are tied for first place at both at 5-1 in the SIAC. Harrison is 4-1. Jasper and Wrights are tied for third place at 5-2. So right now, either way, we still have 2 conference games left. Both are big.
Yeah, we just have to take care of ourselves, win both of our conference games, and let everything else just play out. And, hopefully it works out in our favor where we can at least, I think right now the realistic thing would be to hope to share the title. It'd be great to win it outright, but I think that's going to be a little bit tougher. But, you just let it play out, but you got to take care of yourself.
Do what you got to do. So Cameron Rutledge and Jalen Mainers are, of course, battling for the tip, and they did, and the Castle Knights will control it. Carter Bobe has it. Actually, he came up with it, and now it's over to Dillman. So we got, Nick Parker, Cameron Rutledge, Matthew Dillman, Carter Bobe, and Dylan Kane on the floor for Coach Brian Gibson's ball club. Here's a jumper that will not fall, and battling for the rebound is Nick Parker. And it'll go out of bounds off Parker. It'll belong to the Wildcats, who, of course, with their regular starting lineup, at least as of late, Riley Floyd, Logan Day, Max Butel, Parker Ernie, and Jalen Mainers. Mainers on the wing. Butel now with it on the left wing side, left wing. You'll find Ernie. So as we said, conference matchup here against Castle Knights, who struggled this a little bit this year, as everybody knows, but still a team that you certainly cannot take for granted, as Mainers fires his first shot. It is no good. Ball is picked up by the Knights as Parker had it, and he will clear it out to Bobe, who will bring it across the timeline.
Yeah, Jasper's got to come out ready to play tonight and take it to them and get them down, and then just be able to keep them down.
Foul is going to be called on Parker Ernie. Parker's first team foul for either team. No score with 6:40 to go here in the first quarter of play here on 18 WJTS. Driving to the hole and missing a shot, kind of lost his handle a little bit, was Carter Bobe.
Yeah.
So Jasper has it, and Foy will deal it down low to Ernie. And Parker Ernie scores the first 2 points of the ball game. Cats draw first blood. They lead it 2-0. Losing the handle is Bobe, and the Cats will have it. And taking it all the way and missing the shot is Foy. Out of bounds, it belongs to the Wildcats. Castle, Jasper, as we all know, does go pretty deep in their bench, but from what I understand, Castle only uses probably maybe about 8 players at the most. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. 3-point shot by Logan Day is no good, and the Knights have the basketball. Kane with it. Rutledge will work it in the backcourt.
Castle seems to be very patient.
Rutledge with it again, and he will take it to the hole and miss the shot. And Parker Ernie pulls down the board, and he'll clear it out. Here's Butel now with it. Butel will throw up a shot. No good, but the follow-up is no good by Mainers. He will get his own rebound, and he'll draw the foul. So another foul is going to be called on the, well, actually the first foul is going to be called on the Knights, I believe, and it was on Cameron Rutledge, so that is his first. Both teams with a foul apiece here in the first. Down low to Ernie. Parker spins, puts it up, and got the shot off the glass good. So Parker's got 4. Cats have 4. They lead it 4-0.
I like what I've seen from Jasper from not settling for the outside shot early on.
Dylan Kane fires up a 3 from the top of the key, no good. Down the floor go the Wildcats, and putting it up and in is Jalen Mainers for his first 2, and the Jasper Wildcats jump out to a 6-0 lead on the Knights.
That's what you got to do. You got a team that's got a losing record like they do. You got to get ahead of them, and then they'll start pressing and doing things that they're not accustomed to having to do to come back in the game.
They're not young as far as the starters are concerned. In fact, they start 3 seniors and a pair of juniors. And now we have a pair of substitutions for the Knights. That will be number 10, Cade Barker, and let's see, number 51, Bo Hurt. Remember Hurt from the football squad. His first shot right off the bat is short. Big stocky kid, as you see. Mainer's 3 is no good, and a rebound and that looks like a foul is going to be on the Wildcats. Actually, I mean on the, who is going to, okay, it is on.
Yeah.
I mean, Jasper has the ball, so obviously it was on.
Yeah.
But they got.
Hurt, I think.
Hurt? Okay, it was Hurt. I saw 51, I was thinking Mainers right away, but obviously not the case. And losing the handle on the rebound after pulling down the rebound was Matthew Dillman, and the Knights have another turnover.
I think they called a foul on Day.
Did they?
Yeah.
I guess you're right. They got him up on the board. So Day picks up the foul. I didn't see what happened there.
Well,
I don't think you did either, did you?
Yeah, well, I think he might have grabbed his arm and what caused him to lose the ball out of bounds.
Okay. So the Knights have the basketball, trailing it 6-0. Baker over to Rutledge, down to Hurt. 3-point shot is up and in, it looks like, by Rutledge. So Cameron Rutledge scores the first points for the Knights, and he cuts the lead in half at 3. 6-3 is the score. Turnaround shot, that was a sweet play by Riley Foy for his first 2. Foy's got, like I said, when whistle, and they're going to call a foul, okay.
That's going to be on. That
will be on Day, and that will be his second, yeah. So Logan Day suddenly with a pair of fouls. They say 4 fouls on the board. I missed one apparently, but either way, going to the line to shoot a pair is Baker for the Knights. And he will hit the first. And it looks like we got Keenan Lamont and Jack Levin off the bench, and they will replace Parker Ernie and Logan Day, who has a pair of fouls, and both free throws were good by Baker. And the Knights trail it by 3 at 8-5. 3:17 to go in the first. Mainers fakes right, fires it to the left to Butel. And a three-point shot is blocked, but the Cats come up with it. Tell finds Mainers, tries to put the shot up, but is blocked by, looks like, I guess, by Rutledge. It'll be off Rutledge, and it'll belong to the Wildcats. Nice crowd here, actually here on the Friday night at JHS. Second last home game. Only, what are we down to our last 4 games now? And
yeah, I believe so.
We got, it was the only game this weekend, but next weekend go to Bloomington South. And then the following week, a pair of games to make up against Harrison, and final on Tuesday night of that week, and then a finale Thursday as far as the regular season is concerned against Bedford North Lawrence. By the way, Mainers hits that shot. He's got 4. The Cats are up by 5 at 10-5. So the season blows by fast.
Yeah, it does.
So drive to the hole is no good by Bobe. And, a little collision there, but nothing called, looked like maybe. 2:10 to go in the quarter. Jack holds high, fires a pass, is knocked away, but coming up with it is Riley Foy. Here's Keenan Lamont with it. Mainer's off-balance baseline jumper is no good, and Castle has the basketball.
That's not a shot we really need to take in that position. I mean, he's falling away, and guy on him.
Levi Klaus getting set to check in for Jasper for the first time this evening. A minute and a half to go in the quarter. Here's a three-point shot. It is no good by Baker. Here come the Wildcats. And, well, there go the Wildcats as Riley Foy lost the hand. A little bit out of control there.
Yeah, he was. There was nothing on the break. He tried to force it instead of just pull it out. You got the ball, 5-point lead, pull it out and run your offense.
Cameron Rutledge and Bo Hurt check out of the contest. .112 to go in the quarter. Castle with the basketball. They trail by 5. 10-5 is the score. And they will turn it over right there as he tries to find Matthew Dillman, who could not handle that wide pass. And into the lineup for the Knights, once again, is Dylan Kane. Checks back in. One of the starters for Gibson's ball club. Under a minute to go in the first. Levi hands it off over to Foy. Riley drives, misses it. And it'll be out of bounds. It'll belong to the Castle Knights. Carter Bobe deals it over to Parker. Now Riot with it. Charlie Riot, R-I-A-T, I believe is how he pronounces it, Riot. Off the pass, he lost his footing, was Carter Bobe, and well, Knights with another turnover. What's the turnover situation look like right now? Is this
3 for Castle and 1 for Jasper.
That's all for Jasper? Okay.
Yeah, it's not awful, but
no, absolutely not. Some reason it just seemed like it was more than that than just one for us.
And there's no guarantee I haven't missed some.
It's not hard to do.
No.
We've mentioned this before. We're not Fox Sports. We don't have 5 or 6 or 7 different stat people to keep all this up there. Be nice, but
I try to keep some. And
same here with the scoring and so forth. So, Tell drove the baseline and tried to find somebody down low, but the ball got knocked away, and the Knights have it. 1 second to go, and the shot by Bo Hurt is no good. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of play with the score Jasper 10, Castle 5. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
Well, Jason, as we head to the second quarter here at the Jasper High School Gymnasium, 10-5 is our score in a ball game that just seems to really be lacking a bit of pizzazz. So
yeah, it kind of reminds me of the start of the Heritage Hills game. It's kind of like both teams are just kind of going through the motion, trying to feel each other out a little bit. And Jasper didn't shoot the ball particularly well in that first quarter, so hopefully we can pick it up.
But they do own a 10-5 lead right now, and they'll have the basketball to start the second quarter. Ernie deals it out to Logan Day, who's back out there with 2 early fouls in this contest. Mainers holds high, double teamed. Muscles a shot up, no good. And the Knights have the basketball down by 5. Kane over to Hurt. Hurt working out on the wing. Dillman back out to Bobe now. Hurt looked at the 3 and drives it. Drew some a little bit of a physicality there, but nothing called.
I know it.
Here's a 3-point shot as it's short by Dillman, but the Knights come up with it. Baseline jumper is no good by Parker, and the Cats come up with the basketball.
I said Jasper's not shooting the ball. I think Castle's even worse.
Here's a 3-point shot. It is short by Lamont. Another 3 this time is no good by Foy. So Cats shooting wolves continue to.
I've got a 0 for 5 from the 3-point line so far.
So the Cats struggling especially from outside the arc, as Jason pointed out, and bouncing it off his foot is Kane. And the Knights will turn it back over to the Wildcats as Gibson will send in Cameron Rutledge and Cade Baker. I was talking to Roger Stuckey before the game today, and he does the radio for Castle, and he was of course pointing out that they're really right now Castle only runs about 8 players, as he was pointing out, and so but Coach Gibson really kind of moving guys, platooning them back and forth.
Yeah, those 8 come in and out quite a bit.
Under 6 minutes to go in a scoreless second quarter so far. Ernie fires it over to Butel, who will now drive and deals it off to Mainers and puts it up and in. So Jalen Mainers gets his 6-point first basket by either team here in the second quarter with 5.5 to go. Turnaround shot is no good by Charlie Riot. If I'm saying that right. Down low, up and in. The Cats, Dale, back-to-back buckets by Mainers and Foy. Foy has 4 points. Mainers has 6. 4 points for Parker Ernie. And a timeout is called by the Knights. A full timeout with 5:22 to go in the second quarter. Jasper jumps out to a 9-point lead. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on select new Chevrolet models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough, dependable Silverado pickup, the comfortable and versatile Equinox, and the fun, fuel-efficient Trax, all priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Castle after the Wildcats with 4 quick points there, Jason, to force the Knights to call a timeout. But the shooting woes, even though despite that little run there, shooting woes is still kind of struggle for both teams.
Yeah, it more so for Castle, but Jasper's not lighting it up either. But
so the Knights with the basketball, and as a result of that quick little spurt, they have a 9-point lead. That shot is no good by Cade Baker. Here come the Wildcats. Ernie will be called for an offensive foul.
That was probably the right call. He was kind of out of control and just kind of lowered his shoulder a little bit.
That's his second foul. So that's going to cause John Gable to go to his bench and bring in Levi Klaus. So Parker takes a seat after picking up his second foul. He's got 4 points. Also coming in for the Knights is Dylan Kane. (14-5) is the score. Knights trailing by 9. They have the basketball. Shot up and in while working on Mainers by Cameron Rutledge for his 5th point. First points for the Knights here in the second quarter, as we almost halfway through the quarter. 14-7 is the score. Klaus loses the handle and a turnover for the Wildcats. 4:24 to go, 14-7 is the score. Knights with the basketball, trailing by 7. Dillman works it on the wing over left side to Parker. Back out, well now to Kane. Here's Dillman again. Under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Drive to the basket is no good. Scramble for the loose ball, and it will belong to the Wildcats. Look right at the officials. I can read his lips. White, he yelled.
Yeah.
Mainers works it out, pulls up his dribble and fires it over to Cash Kendall in some lineup now. I didn't pick that up, by the way. Cash in there. Ooh, that's going to belong to the Wildcats as they tried to save it, but it went right to Mainers, but he lost the handle, and as a result, it's going to belong to Castle. Levin and Logan Day check back in. .3:15 to go in the quarter. Jasper's only has 4 points this quarter. The Castle's 2. Here's a 3-point shot, and it will not fall. You can see from where we were that was going to be a little wide right, even though it did draw iron. Castle shooting still abysmal at this point, and that one doesn't fall for Jasper. As we said, not much better. So Foy misses that 3-pointer. Castle has the basketball back. And that shot will not roll. They're getting looks, Jason, but boy, they're just not falling.
They are. Some of them aren't great looks, but
steal by the Knights. And the Cats get it back on the turnover by as Dillman could not handle it. Still low scoring ball game, especially here in the second quarter. As we already mentioned, Jasper only has 4 points to Castle's 2.
That's
go ahead.
Part of that. I've got 6 turnovers in the quarter.
And yes, that will be off the Wildcats. They're going to give it to Castle, much to the chagrin of the Jasper fans and John Gable.
It looked like both officials looked at each other and neither one of them knew what to say, and then
Yeah, Gable
flipped the coin.
Yeah, John is down here trying to find an explanation to that one. Shot scooped up and in. As number 12, Cameron Rutledge, picks up his second bucket of the quarter. He's got 7, and he draws the foul, so he will try to complete a three-point play. So Knights right now, their second trip to the line, as Rutledge will have one free throw coming, and he will get that one to bounce around and fall through. 8 points for Rutledge, 8 of their 10 points, in fact. The only other points coming from Cade Baker, who nailed a pair of free throws back in the first quarter.
I don't have Jasper shooting a free throw yet.
No, they have not.
That's what I thought.
Nope. And no three-point shot baskets so far by the Cats. Pair of two-point baskets by Foy, as Mainers will draw the foul. Foy has 4 points on a pair of buckets. Parker Ernie likewise, and Jalen Mainers, who will be going to the line there, has 3 buckets for 6 points. That foul was called on Dylan Kane, the first for him, and only the first foul only the third foul altogether here in the second quarter, as Mainers would not get that first one to fall. Tell you what, Jasper, from what I can recall, I mean, remember how hot we were from the line the start of this year? It's really kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Yeah, I looked at our stats a little bit today on that, and Coach Noblet sent those to me, and I think we're only shooting like 68% from the free throw line this year as a
after
team.
all said and done now.
Yeah, and
boy, I tell you what, in December, Jason, we had to be about at least 75%.
Oh, yeah.
That Gibson Southern game alone, I mean, that really was a big factor in that contest. And then when Southridge, and Corridon Central too. I think we only, like I said, we were hot from the line during that stretch in December, but that's really, as you said, is now knocked down to 68% on the season. It's really been a, Achilles heel for the Cats, and really not at a good time.
No.
There's a ball knocked away from Foy. Put it in, and then there's a block shot by Mainers. It'll be out of bounds. It'll belong to Castle. Castle, well, after all is said and done now, only within 5. Of course, as Hurt checks in, you said you're looking at those stats. How could you read them?
Well, I was looking at them.
Did you have binoculars? Binoculars, a magnifying glass.
I had them on my computer screen so I could see them on there, but once I printed them, it was like, no way.
You handed them over to me, I was like, forget it.
Yeah, like our eyes are too old for this.
Absolutely. I said you got a pair, a magnifying glass, maybe we'll be all right, but
yeah.
Under a minute to go in the quarter, or in the half. Castle with the basketball, trailing by 5 as that shot will not fall for Parker. Jasper with it, 45 seconds, and that was nasty. But a foul, I guess, was called.
Yeah, they called one on some.
I guess it has to be on the Knights. It was 24, Bobe, yeah. That's his first. 41 seconds to go. Butel will take the inbounds pass, and he'll slowly bring it up across the timeline. Down to 35 seconds. Over to Levin. Jack on the wing. Keenan now out to Jalen. 23 seconds. Very fast-moving half, though, all things considering. It's game's less than a half hour old.
And that goes by what we said about free throws. There hadn't been many shot.
Here's a shot up and in, though, by Keenan Lamond for his first 2. And that will bring us to the end of the first half of play with a score: Jasper 17, Castle 10. The Wildcats outscored the Knights 7-5 and have jumped out to a 7-point lead, Jason, here at halftime.
Yeah, There's not been a whole lot to talk about in this game.
I was going to try to find some kind of segue into what you want to talk about, but it's hard to do.
I mean, it's one of those games where both teams are not playing very well. And I think, there's obviously a lot of adjustments need to be made at halftime by both teams. Jasper's biggest thing is their shooting woes. I've got them 0 for 7 from the three-point line. So that's very unrare for us to play a half without hitting a three-pointer. And from the two-point shots, we're probably close to maybe 50% there, but Castle can't buy it. I mean, they've had, like you said earlier, they've had some decent looks, but they haven't been able to put the ball in the basket. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not much more you could say right now. I mean, just a quick look at the scoring here at halftime. Castle has led by Cameron Rutledge, who has 8 of their 10 points. The other 2 coming from Cade Barker with a pair of free throws back in the first quarter. We got Jalen Mainers leading the Cats with 7 points here at the halftime break. 4 points for Riley Foy and Parker Ernie apiece, and 2 by Keenan Lamont, who had that jumper towards the latter seconds of the second quarter. So let's just go ahead and take a break and come back with the second half right after this on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
Back at the Jasper High School Gymnasium, Carey Schneider, Jason Stamm, Jeremy Marcos. We're about to bring you the second half of tonight's ball game between the Wildcats and the Castle Knights. Jasper leading it 10-7 as we start the second quarter. Parker, Rutledge, Dillman, Bobe, and Kane. Original starting lineup on the floor for Castle, as is the case with Jasper, with Riley Foy, Logan Dave, Max Butel, Parker Ernie, and Jalen Mainers. Here is a shot no good by Carter Bobe, and the Wildcats come up with the basketball for their first possession of the second half. Baseline jumper is overshot by Foy. Both teams coming up short on their first possessions. But putting the ball up and in is Matthew Dillman for the Knights, only the second player to even score a bucket in this ball game for Castle, as Mainers answers on the other end. Mainers with his 9th point. Jasper back up by 7 at 19-12. So what are we looking for this second half, Jay?
A little better shooting. I had Jasper for 7 turnovers and Castle for 6 in the first half, so I'd like to see that cut down a little bit as Castle commits a turnover right there. But obviously the shooting woes and the turnovers are, those are bad combinations when you have them together. And what happens is you end up with a low scoring game like we have.
It's been a fast game.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you like that, don't you, up there? We talked about how quick the JV contest went tonight, and this first half of this ball game barely lasted 30 minutes. There's a three-point shot, no good for Riley Foy. Jasper yet to score from outside the arc tonight. In fact, Rutledge does have a three-pointer for Castle, and that's the only one of the entire game. 19-12 is the score. Here's a three-point shot, is in by Dillman. So Dillman has been the hot hands early on in the third quarter for the Knights. He's got 5 after that three-point shot. And it's suddenly the Knights are within 4 at 19-15. You tell after the ball being batted out by Day, who missed that layup. Here is Butel for 3. That one will not fall. Out of bounds, not out of bounds, but a foul is called, I guess, on the Knights. And that will go against, looks like, Bobe, who will pick up his first. Bo Hunt in the lineup, and he'll replace Parker. Mainers hands it off to Butel, back to Mainers, loses the handle for a second, but gets it right back. He'll cross-court it for a three-point shot by Logan Day, no good. The Cats still cannot buy a bucket, especially from the outside.
Yeah, the first half I had them 0 for 7. They were 7 of 15 from the two-point line, but that we'll take that. But the three-point shot tonight is just.
And if you think about it, find yourself or make yourself feel pretty darn fortunate with a 4-point lead at this point when you're shooting that poorly.
Yeah. There's
a foul down low. I guess it will be on the Wildcats and.
Foy, I think.
Foy, yes, you're right. Riley would pick up his first. And Ethan Thornburg will come off the bench for the Wildcats. Meanwhile, at the line shooting 2 is Cameron Rutledge. He will nail that first. Rutledge now 2 for 2 from the stripe. He's got 9 points. Foy will sit down. So Rutledge with 9. He'll have another shot coming. That one does not fall. Prior to that, the Knights were 4 for 4 from the stripe in this contest. Jasper 1 for 2. So neither team really seeing much action from the free throw line, especially Jasper. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and they're going to call a foul, looks like, on Dillman. So Dillman, that'll be his first. Castle trails by 3. 19-16 is the score. Parker Ernie with it. Over to Max Butel. Turnaround jumper is no good by Mainers. Not sure that's really the shot you wanted to see at that point, perhaps.
No, I don't think so.
That three-point shot is no good by Rutledge, and the Cats will have it. So it's up to the Wildcats right now to start getting things going, especially on the offensive end. Parker double teamed and a whistle, and he's going to be fouled. So the fouls all of a sudden starting to pile up here early on here in the third. That's already the third foul on Castle, as that call will go against Matthew Dillman, who will pick up his second.
Yeah, I don't understand officials sometimes, because it's like they didn't call things in the first half, and now all of a sudden we've got five fouls between the two teams and haven't played half the quarter yet.
That should be the second foul at Jasper. So yeah, you're right, 5. And that foul is away from the ball on Parker Ernie, who will pick up his third, so he'll have to sit. So Parker sits down with 4 points and 3 fouls. And the Knights have the basketball. They have a chance to tie this ball game up with a 3-point shot. Here's a jumper off the mark, no good by Dillman. And here comes Riley Foy with it. He'll deal it over to Jack Levin. Now Thornburg. Levin holds high, top of the key, fires it off to the left-hand side to Butel. Max finds open 3-point shot by Riley Foy is no good. No good look there, but it's just not falling for him.
Yep, you're exactly right.
So the Knights again with it, trailing by 3. And a tie-up and a whistle, and a jump ball is going to be called, and it should belong to Jasper. It will. As Logan Day comes back into the contest. So both teams, Jason, I guess really only the story so far here in the first 3.5 quarters of this, or 2.5 quarters of this ball game, as a timeout will be called, is basically maybe find an identity or something. I'm not sure how you want to describe it.
I don't know either.
So either way, we'll think about it when we take this break. 19-16 is the score, our full timeout. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a good time gold Saturday morning. Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
Whether a team find an identity, early that's not the case, Jason. It's just that both teams are, really, really struggling from a lot of different facets of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, not to be mean, but it's just an ugly game. I mean, not one way or the other. Both teams have just, not played very well. I mean, both teams have 8 turnovers for the game. They're probably both shooting horribly, but
couldn't imagine what it is right now.
I mean, it's just a matter of which team's going to withstand that and be able to come back from it.
Well, we know Jasper has the capability from an offensive standpoint, and Castle, despite their record, I'm sorry, but they look like a much better team than what their record shows in different ways. As that shot by Mainers does not fall, and with the board was Kane. Kane will. Here's a steal by Utel, and he has it knocked away by Kane out of bounds. It belonged to the Wildcats.
Mainers down here on that last shot. He never got squared up to the basket and then tried a little teardrop shot that, it's just not a high percentage shot.
Looks like just the patience for one thing is definitely lacking.
Yeah, and when teams are having nights like this, kids start to press. They try to do things they're not capable of doing very well.
They're pushing it.
Yeah, and you can't do that. You just got to relax, let the game come to you. There's going to be nights when you don't shoot the ball well, but what's odd is when the whole team doesn't shoot well.
Yeah, a foul is going to be called on Castle. That'll be their 4th foul of the quarter. One more foul, and the Wildcats will be at the line for the remaining 2+ minutes of this 3rd period. Foul was called, by the way, on Parker, his first. And the steal by the Knights, taking it all the way and laying it in. I'm sure that was going to fall. I believe that was 22.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, Matthew Dillman. Dillman has 7 points here in the 3rd quarter. 7 of their 8, in fact. Mainers gets that one to drop. Mainers has his 11th point of the night to lead all scorers. He's got 11 of the Cats' 21 points. It's 21-18. Jasper by 3 again. And reaching in and being called for the foul will be Riley Foy. Riley's 2nd. And Logan Day will check out. Parker Ernie's got 3 fouls, 2 fouls for Logan Day and Riley Foy apiece for Jasper. Castle with Dillman and Bowe with 2 fouls apiece. One more foul, as we said, even though it's under 2 minutes down to 3rd. One more foul for Castle, and we'll be in the bonus at least for this quarter. The timeout is going to be called by Brian Gibson for the Castle Knights. It is a full timeout with 1:43 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Jasper 21, Castle 18. We'll be back after this.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
Castle Knights have outscored the Wildcats 8-4 that is, here in the 3rd quarter of play to cut what was a 7-point lead at halftime down to 3. And they will have the basketball with a chance to as much as tie this ball game if they do hit one from outside the arc. But a foul is going to be called. They call it jump ball.
Now there was an official. He was probably no less than 4 feet away from that play. The official under the basket made the call. I don't understand that. I mean, to me as an official, I'm showing that official up by making that call. I don't get it.
Neither do I. And
must be Castle's ball on the jump.
It will, yeah, it was there. So, yeah, Jasper got the last one. So Knights get it on the possession. Driving, dealing, outside, three-point shot is no good by Bobe. And it was saved from going out of bounds. Here's another three-point shot. This one is an air ball by Nick Parker. Jasper has it. Here's Kendall.
Good decision, Cash.
It was a good decision by Cash to pull up there. Cash on the right wing now. Deals it out to Jalen Mainers. Nearing a minute to go in the third quarter. 21-18. Jasper leads. Turning, put it up and in. Riley Foy for his 6 point. 3 buckets for Riley, 6 points. Jasper back up by 5 now with 44 seconds to go. It's 23-18, Knights with it. Baker now will hold it more or less on the wing, and looks like Castle's just got to work the clock down now as it's 25 seconds to go. Circling and out is Dillman. 13 seconds. Dillman guarded by Foy. 7 seconds, 6. He'll drive, loses the handle for a second, puts a shot up, will not get to fall. Mainers comes out with the board, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play with the score Jasper 23, Castle 18. Back after this with the fourth quarter on 18 WJTS.
Providing news, sports, interviews, meetings, and presentations, community events, information, and local resources to you. All from the comfort of where you choose to watch, read, or listen. Whether you're at home, at work, or on the go, we'll be there for you. 18 WJTS. Local people watching local people, and more.
8 minutes to go in this contest as we head to the fourth quarter of play on 18 WJTS. With Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos, I'm Carey Schneider. A low-scoring contest, quite surprisingly low-scoring, as we talked about for a second at the break, Jason, with 23-18 score right now.
Yeah, it is. Fourth quarter is going to come down to who can take care of the basketball and not commit turnovers, unless somebody gets hot. But
Mainers forces it up and gets the shot and will fall, and he'll draw the foul. So right now the Cats just need a spark. They need a shot in the arm.
Yeah, they do.
Both teams really, but we'll take it from Jasper. Mainers picks up his 13-point.
Maybe that'll jumpstart Jasper a little
That's
bit.
what I was getting at. Yeah, I mean, that shot in the arm that they really, really need. Hopefully that is an indication of that. As I said, Mainers with 9, 11, 13 points, and he is 1 for 2 from the line. Jasper back up by 7 at 25-18. Mainers connect on this free throw here, and he does not. Short, but turnaround shot on the rebound is no good by Riley Foy. Castle with it, they trail by 7 here in the opening minutes of the fourth quarter. That shot is no good by Riot. Drive, put up and in by Logan Day for his first basket of the night. Logan's got 2. Jasper suddenly up by 9. Nice push there. Here's Dillman, fires it over to the right-hand side. Now with the basketball was Baker. Dillman again. Here's a 3 by Hart, and he will miss the shot from the corner. But the Knights come up with the offensive board. short jumper is no good by Dillman. Here's a three on the way. It's no good.
That was way too many too many opportunities there.
And the Knights will have another possession as the Cats, they try to outlet pass down the floor to Logan Day, and he could not handle it or catch up with it, that is.
I mean, Castle had 3 offensive rebounds in that possession. And,
it came up short.
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate, very fortunate.
Lose a hand. Well, Jasper will come up with it as Baker lost it, and Jasper has it. We thought Mainers was going to lose it there for a second, but the Cats were able to hang on. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 27-18 is the score. If you're Jasper right now, just kind of start, you're up by 9. Yeah. Start being patient with the basketball, and obviously could protect it. Here's Parker Ernie's shot, no good, but a tip up and in by Jalen Mainers. 15 points for Jalen. He's got more than half of the Wildcat points tonight. 15 of the 29. .520 to go in the ball game. Jasper with their biggest lead of the game has got to be at this point at 29-18. There's a three-point shot up and in by number 20, and that is Charlie Riot. That's only the third. 3 for Castle, none for Jasper. Altogether, only 3 3-point baskets in this contest altogether. That shot will not fall. Castle has it. 29-21 is the score. The Knights trail by 8. Ball's knocked away and down low to Hart, and he'll put it up and in. Of Hurt, that is, I should say. So Bo Hurt picks up his first 2. Timeout is called with 4:32. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break and come back right after this on AT WJTS.
103.3 The Fix is Southern Indiana's go-to radio station for must-have music hits.
I love your music!
From the All-American Rejects to Lizzo, we've got you covered.
Dude, I listen all the time.
Did we mention we also have local news, sports, and Pacers basketball?
Wow.
Your music fix, your sports fix, your fix for it all.
Oh my God, I won!
Tune in to 103.3 and get your fix today.
Today's must-have music all day.
All right, back once again at Jasper High School Gymnasium. Carey Schneider, Jason Stamm, and Jeremy Marcos. 29-23. Jasper with a 6-point lead in the basketball after that timeout is called. 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Right now, again, it's just a matter of teams handling and controlling the basketball. There's a nice drive to the hole, but it will not fall by Logan Day. And Day will go to the line to shoot 2. That is the second foul on Castle here in the fourth quarter. No fouls by Jasper yet. Foul was called, personal was called on Charlie Riot. And that will be his second. Day misses a free throw. Jasper, 1 out of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the night. Wait a minute. 1 out of 2, 3, yeah, exactly. Sorry. As Day will have a second one coming. That one does drop. Day's got 3. A lot of Jasper scorers, just everybody really keeping well below their averages tonight, but that really isn't the big deal. I mean, it's just a matter of getting your game together, even though we now are at 4 minutes to go in this contest. Jasper's back up by 7. They led by as much as 11 here in this fourth quarter. That's a 3-point shot. It falls by Charlie Riot, his first 3-point shot. He's got 5. No, I'm sorry, that's his second. My apologies. So he's got 6. And Jason, we talked a little bit about break. I mean, as Castle gets their shots to fall, I mean, with the speed they had, I mean, this ball game would be a totally different story.
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, with the way Jasper's shooting the basketball tonight, it's a good thing you're playing against a team that's shooting just equally as bad.
Down the other end after the turnover, laying it up and in is Cameron Rutledge for his 11th point. And John's going to call a 30-second timeout with 3:08 to go. And suddenly, the Castle Knights are down, or have the Cats within 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about having to take care of the basketball here in the fourth quarter, and
that's a matter of inning.
And Jasper's already got 2 turnovers,
so yeah. Well, the turnovers have started to haunt the Wildcats here in the third quarter. We got 3:08 to go in this fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, that is, and Castle has been taking advantage. The Castle Knights have outscored the Cats 6, 7, 8, 9, actually 11 to 7 after Jasper led it 23 to 18. Going into the fourth quarter, Jasper will have it, and they're now what was, like I said earlier, 11-point contest, only lead it by 2. So there's a near steal, and it's a 10. I was going to say, Max really had to get the gear as far as getting it across the timeline, and there's another turnover in more ways than one for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you know, I mean, somebody's got to come help Max. You know, if he's struggling like that, all somebody has to do is flash through the ball so he can pass to him.
Max nearly gets a steal there. Under 3 minutes, I should say, to go in this fourth quarter. And a bump and a foul is going to be called on Parker Ernie, and that is on Parker. That'll be his 4th.
It was.
It is the 4th on Parker. First team foul, though, on Jasper here in the quarter. Castle with a chance to take a lead. Shot is no good, but the rebound follow-up is also no good. Castle with a 3rd try on it, the foul is going to be called. And that foul looks like it's going to go against Logan Day. If it is, that'll be his 3rd.
I mean, Jasper's just not doing a very good job on the defensive board tonight. Normally we do a pretty good job of that, limiting teams to 1 shot, but Castle's had multiple possessions tonight where they've had multiple shots at the basket.
Missing the free throw is Cameron Rutledge, who's got 9, 10, 11 points. He is 3 out of 4 from the line tonight, looking to try to hit this 2nd attempt. And he is hard on that one as well, so he misses a pair of free throws. That could have tied this ball game up for Castle, but Jasper now with an opportunity to start do something with it. 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. 30 to 28 is the score. Jasper with it. Utel down low to Parker, and he pumps, and draws a foul. He'll be knocked out to the deck by Cameron Rutledge, who'll pick up his 2nd foul. And actually, it's going to be Rutledge's 3rd. Anyway, going to the line to shoot 2 is Parker Ernie. Parker's got 4 points, and he nails that first one. Big free throws here for the Cats, Jason. And
yeah, any free throw in the fourth quarter is amplified. I mean, they're all important throughout the whole game, but in the fourth quarter, they're really amplified.
Jasper is 2 for 5 from the charity stripe here in the fourth quarter alone. That one will not fall, and pulling away in a jump ball. That should go through the Wildcats, or is it? No, it will go to the Castle, so.
Yeah.
So Hurt will inbound it. 3-point ball game, nearing the 2-minute mark here in the fourth. Under 2 minutes now. Hurt will swing it out to Parker, and actually hold on to it, and it looks like a timeout is going to be called. We got 1:49 to go in this regulation of this ball game. It looks like it will be a full timeout. Actually a 30-second timeout. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break and come back right after this on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on remaining new 2025 models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough and powerful Tacoma pickup and the popular versatile RAV4 SUV. Available now and priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Timeout, trailing it by 3.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Gibson wanted to try to make sure his guys knew what to do on offense to try to get a good shot here. They don't have to shoot a 3. There's plenty of time left in the game. They want to get the first good available shot.
So Hurt will inbound it to Bobe, and Bobe will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Parker Ernie, who has 4 fouls in this game. On the wing is Dillman. Dillman over to Hurt. Hurt will swing it over to the left side, now pull it back out. He'll drive, deal it underneath, up and in. Nice give it go there to Cameron Rutledge, and the Knights are within 1. 13 points for Rutledge, 31-30. Jasper clinging on to a 1-point lead, 1:10 to go in this ball game. Here is Mainers, and he has the ball deflected, but Jasper will come up with it.
Got lucky there.
Yes, they did. Parker Ernie, Foy, under a minute to go now. Right now, if your Castle is not, they did draw a foul there. I was going to say, you don't have to go after them just yet. You still got, let's see, I guess that's only the 4th foul for Castle. Jasper's got 2, by the way, here in the quarter. So, the Wildcats will have it. After the foul on, by the way, that was on Carter Bobe, who's got 3 fouls. 46 seconds to go. Three-point on the way, no good. That will not fall, and a foul is going to be called on Castle, it looks like, Jason. Not sure if that was on Dillman.
I think it was on Dillman. He was fighting with Mainers for position, and I think he kind of grabbed the hold of him according to the official.
And it will be his 3rd and the 5th foul now on the Knights. And going to the line to shoot 2 for the Cats will be Jalen Mainers. That one will not fall. So the Cats free throws continue here as Mainers, who's got 15 points. He is only 1 out of 4 from the line here in this contest, but he does nail that one. So 16 points for Jalen. Jasper by 2. 32 seconds. Ball is knocked away. Outlet pass to Mainers. He'll lay it up. No good, but he'll draw the foul. If you're Castle, that's actually a pretty good foul. You're going to have to make him work for it, Jason, and especially with the way Jasper has shot free throws tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to give up an easy layup there. So, Castle did a good job of hustling back, and like you said, they're going to make him earn the free throws.
And Nick Parker will be called for the personal. It'll be his 2nd. And going to the line to shoot 2 is Jalen Mainers. 1, 2 out of 3, 4, 5 from the line tonight. And that one does not fall. $16 points for Mainers. Trying to pick up a big number 17 here. And that one will drop. Mainers is 2, 3 out of 4, 5, 6, 7 from the line tonight. He's got 17 points, and Jasper will call a timeout. It looks like I think it's going to be a 30. So right now, let's just kind of do a little reset with this ball game right now, as we do have a 30-second timeout called 22 seconds to go in this contest, Jason, with the Cats up by 3.
Yeah, and Jasper's got 2 team fouls. That's big right here. You let Castle get into their offense a little bit, and then you commit a foul, and then they have to take the ball back out. They have to reset their offense, and with only 22 seconds left, they have to be in a little bit of an urgency because they need a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul. So there's multiple options here that Coach Gibson can try to do. But like I said, Jasper's got the 2 fouls to give. They just got to be very careful that they don't foul somebody in the act of shooting.
So the Knights will have the basketball, trailing by 3 with 22 seconds to go. Jasper, as Jason pointed out, only with 2 fouls, so 3 to give, or 2 to give actually.
Yeah.
Here we go. Bobe, and losing the handle was Parker. Parker will swing it. Losing and whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Jasper with 9 seconds to go. So Jasper still with 1 more to give, and Jack Levin will come in from a defensive standpoint. He will replace Parker Ernie.
That was his 5th.
Was that Parker's 5th? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that foul was on Parker. Okay, my bad. So 5 fouls for Parker. He'll finish the night with 5 points. 9 seconds to go. Castle with the basketball. Ooh, where's the palm there? But the shot is blocked away by Mainers, out of bounds with 2.8 seconds to go. The ball was bounced over his head.
Yeah. I don't know if it got knocked away. I mean, we didn't have a very good angle of it, but couldn't really tell what happened.
We have a full timeout with 2.8 seconds to go. Jasper leads it by 3. Castle out of the basketball. And 1 big point you got to make here. We still have a foul to give. So the only thing that's going to hurt the Wildcats at this point is a 3-point basket by Castle. But, of course, the obviously thing to do is, first of all, don't let them have the shots.
Right. And I mean, in my opinion, Castle's going to set up an out of bounds play to get a 3-point shot.
Shoot, jump, yeah.
Yeah. So Jasper has to be very careful. They know they have a foul to give, but they're going to be getting the ball and shooting right away. So we can't commit the foul on that shot, where they have to go and hit.
The only way you're going to commit a foul is if they try to put the ball on the floor. So,
right, yes, that's exactly right. So I'm sure they're drawing up some out-of-bounds play that they probably have that creates an open look for somebody to shoot a 3. So in my opinion, you throw out that fact that Jasper has a foul right now and you just play good defense.
Inbounding the basketball after the Wildcats eventually come out on the floor will be Dylan Kane. You have Dillman out there, Parker out there. As far as shooters are concerned, Bobe. Here we go, 2.8 seconds to go. Having trouble. There it is. Tries a shot off the mark, no good, and the Wildcats will win this ball game.
Yeah.
So Jasper Wildcats survive the Castle Knights by a score, very low score, and 33-30 score here at the JHS gym to improve the record of 12-7. Castle falls to 5-14. So, obviously not the prettiest. A win is a win, we know that, but sure as heck wasn't in any pretty fashion.
No, it wasn't. It was a struggle all night on both sides of the ball for both teams. And like you said, you're going to have games like this. The things that, and we talked about it off the air a little bit, the thing that scares you is the fact that if you have a game like this in the tournament, if you're, whoever you're playing, despite any record, it makes it a ball game. I mean, you look at Castle's record at 5-13, and they were in this game. They only scored 30 points and they were in the game. That's what's amazing to say you only scored 30 points, but you only got beat by 3.
Yep.
And that in the tournament scares me.
Absolutely. So right now, I mean, I don't know if you look at the way, obviously you don't want to start struggling, if you want to call it that, this late in the season. But at the same time, I mean, sometimes a game like this could be an eye lifter for you, a wake-up call perhaps with what we got, 4 games left coming up here in the. So anyway,
well, I mean, the biggest thing to me to take away from a game like this is when you're going to have a bad shooting night, like Jasper did tonight.
Yeah.
What can you do to still be able to win a basketball game?
Yeah.
And I thought Jasper did a good job there after the half of trying to attack the defense even more so than what they did in the first half. And, they shot more free throws in the second half than they did in the first half because of that fact that they attacked the basket. We didn't settle for the 10, 15. We weren't shooting a lot of threes. We did, according to my stats, we didn't hit a three-pointer all night.
Nope, not a one.
That has to be a first this year. And you have, when you have nights like that, you have to figure out what do I have to do when I have a bad shooting night. Well, the obvious is you have to attack the basket. And, I thought in the second half we did a better job of that. We attacked the basket with the ball and were able to either score or get fouled and go to the free throw line. Now, to build off of that, we didn't hit our free throws very well when we did do that. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do that, you got to be able to finish it, and you got to be able to hit free throws.
So, I mean, going in here, of course, free throws was, this is something we talked about, already today. Is out as great as we were shooting the ball from the charity stripe right now. Coming into this game at 68%, and I didn't really tally up the free throws just yet. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 free throws in this contest out of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that's not too shabby, but still, it's, those are the things you need to do to finish off ball games. Big key is hitting your free throws.
Yeah, and tonight we didn't hit as many as what I'd like to see us hit, come crunch time, and it can cost you a ball game. Fortunately, tonight it did not. I thought our defense was still pretty stellar tonight.
Right, and defense was pretty stellar, as you said, but the thing of it is, I don't want to take anything away of it. Both teams, especially Jasper, did struggle from the shooting range tonight. So
yeah, and the thing too was when you do struggle shooting the basketball like we did tonight, you have to make up for it on the defensive end. You have to play even harder defense to make sure you're not giving them the chance to score and giving them good looks at the basket. And I thought tonight we did do a pretty decent job on the defense. We held them to 30 points, but they also didn't shoot the ball very well.
No.
They had some pretty good looks that they didn't hit. So, I don't know. You take this win. It's a big win in the conference. Like we talked pregame that, we needed to win this game to give ourselves a shot to potentially tie for the conference.
Absolutely. Right now, this ball game gives the Wildcats a 6-2 record in the conference. Coming into tonight, they were tied with Rice for third place behind Harrison and Bosse. Actually, Harrison, who's 4-1 in third place. Bosse and North tied for first place. So Cats will have one more crack to try to improve upon that when they play Harrison in a week from Tuesday. Yeah, will that be? Yeah, well, it's coming up. The last week of the season, I think, look at the schedule here. But coming up, games we have coming up, I guess that'd be a week from Tuesday. As coming up next week, Jasper will take a rather long road trip up to Bloomington for the first time that I could ever recall Jasper playing any Bloomington school in basketball in a long time. If who knows when.
No doubt.
But anyway, they will take on the South Panthers next Friday night on the road. Panthers new to the Wildcats schedule this year, Jason. 15-5 is their record. Is all I really know about them. So
yeah, I don't know a whole lot about them either. I think New Albany played them and beat them, but New Albany's beat a lot of teams this year.
Yeah.
It's not going to be an easy game. For one, it's a long bus ride. Two, it's on the road.
It's just it's unfamiliar territory. There's no question about that.
No doubt.
All right, well, Castle was led in scoring this evening by Cameron Rutledge with 13 points. He had 8 in the first half. He also following him was Matthew Dillman with 7. 6 points on a pair of three-pointers in the third quarter was Charlie Ryatt. 2 points for Cade Baker and Bo Hurt off the bench. Wildcats were led in scoring by Jalen Mainers with 17 points. 6 points for Riley Foy. 5 points for Parker Ernie. And 3 points for Logan Day. And 2 for Keenan Lamont. Okay, John Gable's going to join us here. Thank you, John, for stopping up here. How you doing, pal?
Doing pretty good.
Well, a win's a win.
Harold's going to join us. Is that okay?
Oh, okay,
He's
sure.
just going to listen.
All right, well, hi there. So, anyway, but just keep it quiet. No, I do the questions. No, I'm kidding. That's fine.
He's just going to listen.
Yeah, I understand. Anyway, John, talk a little bit about this contest here. I mean, obviously not the greatest scoring nights that we've had. Shooting struggled a little bit, both sides, but
we were awfully optimistic. The shooting struggled a little bit.
Yeah, buddy. I'm just trying to be as sugarcoat as much as it can.
We didn't hit a three, I don't believe.
No, we did not, and not that we didn't have the looks at sub points or whatever, but still, just the balls weren't falling. The shots weren't.
Well, I think in the first half, especially, I wasn't displeased with our offensive execution. I thought we shared the ball and moved the ball pretty decently overall. And, Riley Foy and Logan Day, two guys who have been pretty consistent from us on the perimeter, weren't just missing. They were missing badly. Now, Riley might have had some roll in and out, but we just couldn't buy a bucket. Absolutely. And I think the most disheartening thing was, I think it was 31 to 20, or it was 31 to 22 or whatever it was. Anyway,
we had as much as an 11-point lead at one point.
We missed a point-blank shot from the right block and just rolled in and out. And all of a sudden, the wheels fall off. All of a sudden, they're down there missing shots, and then they're getting a second chance and a third chance and a fourth chance. And we've quit rebounding. And when you're not going to rebound and you're not going to hit shots, it gives you a pretty good chance to lose.
Absolutely.
And so we were actually very fortunate we didn't.
Absolutely. And so, but another thing I have to point out is the fact that his finishing plays with your free throws. So.
Yeah, we missed some free throws with the game on the line. We missed some shots for the most of the game. And I mean, if you would have told me we were going to score 33 points tonight and win, I just never would have believed it, because Castle's not a ball control team. They didn't hold the basketball. They didn't shorten the game. But I think it was ugly on both ends. I think probably if you talk to Castle, they would probably think that they missed a lot of chances too, including that last shot that would have tied it up and put it in overtime.
Absolutely.
But even at that shouldn't have mattered at that point, because we had enough free throws down the stretch to be up a couple of possessions, and we just couldn't get over the hump. Well,
it wasn't pretty, but a win is a win, and it was a big conference win tonight with one more game left. We still at least have some kind of perhaps an outside shot for depending on right now. Of course, it's all up to us. Yeah. We have one game left with Harrison, I believe. Yeah, and right now we are currently 6-2 in the conference, in third place behind Harrison and Boston North, who are tied for first.
Yeah, we're 6-2 in the conference with one to go, and so we have a chance to finish. Obviously, if we can win on the road at Harrison at 7-2, and there's 2 or 3 teams, and I know North is one, and Bossy is one, and probably Evansville Harrison is even one that have one conference loss. So we're still in the hunt, technically speaking, and we can't control what those teams do, but we can control what we do. And playing better next Friday at Bloomington South.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a must.
Absolutely. And just playing better down the stretch with 3 games left, like you mentioned, Bloomington South next Friday, before Sexto comes along, which, we play like this, you got trouble.
Well, Bloomington South is awfully good, and we have not played them, at least since I've been at Jasper. It's been a lot of years since Jasper's played them.
I was just telling Jason a little bit ago, I can't recall the last time we ever played any Bloomington school in basketball. It was before my time. I know we have in the past, but before my time. So it's been quite a long time. It's a I don't know about you, but it's a program we're really not all that familiar with.
No, but, I mean, they're coached by J.R. Holmes, and he's the all-time winningest coach in Indiana basketball history. And I think his next century mark is 1,000. I don't know if he'll get there this year, but
I didn't realize that.
He could be 1,000. He could be the first ever Indiana high school basketball 1,000-point coach, or 1,000-win coach.
Win coach, yeah.
And I've got a lot of respect for Coach Holmes and what he does, and I'm looking forward to going up against him one time here and seeing how it goes. But they have an awfully talented team, and we have to go to their place. And so it's just one of those games where we can't do anything. If we'll go out and compete, we'll get better.
Well, you said one time. Is this just a one?
No, I mean,
okay.
I meant the first time.
First time, okay.
First time in my career.
I wasn't sure if this was just like one and done or something with them.
No, we've got a contract with them.
Okay.
So.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, John, anything you want to add before we finish it off here?
No, I think if you talk to our players, I think they would be the first ones to tell you they're really disappointed with the flat shooting effort. But I think they'll also tell you, and it was the Gene Katie rule when he was at Purdue, when you win, you're happy.
Right.
Whether you played well, everyone on the team has to smile and be happy when you win, or he didn't want you in the program. And I think that's what our mentality was in the locker room. I think our guys recognized we dodged a bullet. Nevertheless, they feel pretty good about the win.
Well, I mean, exactly, and you live and learn from these, obviously, for whatever stakes, whether you win or lose and so forth. But, like I said, you want to be playing your best basketball down the stretch, but at the same time,
But I do think, Claire, there is a difference. I don't think we played poorly tonight. I think we shot poorly. We've actually had games where we didn't play well and we shot lights out. And good shooting can hide bad basketball. And I think tonight you saw the opposite. I think we actually, for the most part, didn't execute too badly. In the second half, we had 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
We just could not get the ball to go down from the free throw line or from the field or from the court.
The looks. Yeah.
So anyway, I guess we need to get in the gym and shoot a little bit more.
That's right. Yeah. Well, John, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week at Bloomington and when we take on the Panthers.
Okay, thank you, Carey.
Thank you, John. John Gable with us here on the post game. The Wildcats, pull it out here by a low-scoring 33-30 final here at the JHS Gymnasium. The Wildcats improved to 12-7 and 6-2 in the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference play, while Castle falls to 5-14 and 2-5 in SIAC play as well. Jasper will be, as we said, on the road next week to take on the Bloomington South Panthers at Bloomington for a 7:30 tip-off DuBois County time. We'll have that game for you next Saturday morning at 10 here on 18 WJTS. For Jason Stamm, Jeremy Marcos, and Coach John Gable, I'm Carey Schneider saying so long for the Jasper High School Gymnasium. Once again, the final score, Jasper 33, Castle 30. So long.
The preceding was a special presentation of 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, Ubelor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.